Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the review for this Oppo Enco Air 2 Pro TWS. These are sort of budget oriented TWS, and they also come with ANC, and this is sold in India for about 3,500, and I've been actually using them for the last 2 weeks. So in my review I'll give you my idea, and if you guys have been following my audio reviews, we'll go over all these aspects so that you have a better understanding what do I feel about this, and is this the right TWS for you or not. And I did test it with two different smartphones. One is the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra and other is the Pixel 7a. Okay, so let's go over it, and first let's look at the build quality and looks. And again guys, it comes in this box. You also get some extra ear tips. Fortunately I didn't have to use it, and a small USB cable to charge it. It's a type C to type A cable, and these are the buds itself. I'll concentrate on this one. Let's zoom in, and again this is plastic build, but the build quality is good. The hinge quality, generally what I found in some of the budget oriented this hinge quality is not that good. In fact, even in the Sony's 11,000 TWS, the link bar is this was a little bit loose. So that way I would say in build quality it's good. This is a multicolored LED. It's actually charged, that's why it's in green, but this also changes to orange and stuff like that, and the battery is low. So this is what it is, and though it's plastic guys, and above it has a protective coating like this, but bottom nothing is there. So this might get scratched over long term, but again in terms of build quality I'm very happy. And these are like, I would say looks like AirPods Pro. It's like we have the stem and we have a silicone tip over here, and it's actually very comfortable. Let's talk about the build quality and looks, and let's jump to the comfort part, because I feel that is very important in a TWS. Sorry about that. I was talking about the comfort. The comfort is very good, and it rests in your ear. Though this looks like in ear, it's not totally in ear. I would say yes, it goes, but it doesn't go very deep inside. So I would say these are very comfortable. But the slight con is that as they don't go completely inside your ear, if you shake your ears too much, this might just slide out. That is something that I noticed. But in terms of comfort, though they look actually pretty big and bulky, these are very comfortable. So comfort, it's almost like 9 out of 10 I would say. Now coming to the Bluetooth range, as I told you, I tested with two different devices, the Pixel 7a and even the Galaxy S23 Ultra. And I have to say the Bluetooth range is excellent on this one, much better than many of the Bluetooth headsets I have tested in this price range. In fact, in this flat I could also go to the extreme balcony, where many of the TWS actually start actually connecting, disconnecting, but this was always connected. So that way I would say in terms of Bluetooth range it was good. So I do not have any problem. Lag while watching videos, I tested this with the Netflix and even YouTube videos, and sometimes with YouTube videos I noticed there was a lip syncing, but again if I just pause the video and just resume the video, that lip syncing was not there. So that way I would say even for watching videos and stuff it's good. Again, if you notice that lip sync, just pause the video and just press the play again, and that solves the issue. So that way it's good. Now coming to the apps and buttons customization. First I'll show you the app, but this is actually, both of them are actually touch sensitive, and like most of the TWSs, if you just tap, it'll pause, double tap, move to the next track and all this thing, and you can also hold it for some time to move between the ANC and the transparency mode. So that is the functionality that you get. But let me actually show you the app. You get this Hey Melody app, and again for this model, as this is not a high-end TWS, I would say you don't have a lot of functions, but let's go over here. Basically it gives you an idea about the left and right earbuds like this. Also you get the transparency mode, that is noise cancellation, transparency or off. By default if you just hold this also, you can actually change. As you can see, I'm not touching anything, it moved to the transparency, and it even says when it moves to transparency, it says transparency. For example, now I'll just hold this for a couple of seconds and you'll notice that it will move to the noise cancellation. So that works very well. Again, I'll go to the transparency. So you can use it like this. You don't have to go here for that. Okay, one con that I have is that as this audio product, regarding the equalizer, we only have these 3 presets. We don't have a custom equalizer with this one. That is my biggest con, I would say, because even in the original sound, I would say the bass is slightly boosted, and in clear vocals I like the clarity, but again it gets very strained. And of course bass boot I don't like because it artificially boosts the thing. So I would say the best sound signature I got was an original sound with this one. I don't know why Oppo didn't give us a custom EQ, because I feel the drivers are good on this one, and I could actually get a lot more out of this if they would have just provided a proper EQ. But anyways, we also have the game mode and the firmware upgrade. So that way, and again, a left tap and whatever, you can actually customize what you want also, from left tap, right tap, and all those things. Here you can do the customize. So the app is very simple on this one. But again, that missing EQ for me is a big concern, because we'll talk about the sound later on, and I feel I could have got a lot more with this one if they would have provided a dedicated EQ. Now moving to active noise cancellation. The biggest difference between this Pro and Oppo also has some TWSs similar to this one that are priced a lot less, but they don't have actually active noise cancellation. And I thought the active noise cancellation will be meh, because what I've noticed in this budget oriented ones, generally the active noise cancellation is namesake, I would say. Here again, I would say the active noise cancellation is much better than many of the TWS in this pricing. But again, don't mistake it for ANCs that we find on premium TWS. It's not as good as that. But again, for the price of about 3,500, I have to say the ANC was much better. For example, right now the AC is running and I have it on the ANC. It reduces that. But again, some of the higher frequencies and stuff like that, that it will not. Let's be very realistic. The ANC what you're getting for this price is decent, but don't expect miracles. So ANC for the price, I would say I'll give it 8 on 10. Okay, now one more thing that I liked is the microphone quality on this one, and I did take quite a few calls, and here I would say this is much better than many of the TWSs that we get in this price range, because many of the TWS, the microphone in this price range generally is rubbish. Here I would say the microphone quality was surprisingly good. But one con that I notice is that if we are using this in outdoor conditions, there is a lot of wind noise. It simply cannot handle that much. But in realistic situations, like now you're sitting here just outside, just walking, and it is fine. In fact, many people, I took a lot of calls with this one and nobody complained. So that way I would say the microphone quality is also very good for the price. Okay, coming to volume adjustment from this TWS, no, we don't have that. Again, this is a feature generally found in higher end TWSs, but we don't have that. Battery life, again, like a typical TWS, is good on this one, so that way you don't have to worry. I didn't exactly drain it completely, but easily you should get about 5 odd hours per charge, and the moment you put it back in this one, it will start charging. So that way I would say the battery life is not an issue, slightly better than most other TWSs. Okay, now let's move to the sound quality and sound stage on this one. And here again, I had to remind myself again and again that this TWS cost 3,500. So I have to keep my expectation realistic. And I would say for that price, the sound quality is actually good. In fact, the sound stage is also done well on this one. So that way I like it. Another one thing that I completely forgot is that if you just wear it, it'll start playing the music. It started playing the music. I'll just pause it. But the moment you just pull this out, you also have the ear detection on this, and that pauses the music. So that way it's good. And overall, I would say the sound stage is done well. It's sort of neutral. It's not super wide, but again, considering the price point, I like the sound switch. And let me just divide it between the bass, midtones, and vocal. Bass, definitely it's slightly boosted, I would say. It's not overly done, so many of you would like it. And vocals are also good. That is, the midtones and the vocals are also good. But it could have been actually, I would say, slightly better. And I'm pretty sure if they would have provided a dedicated EQ where I could adjust the EQ, I could have got better clarity with the ones, because the default 3 sound modes that it provides, I feel that's where I have the problem with this TWS. You're just stuck with these 3. And I would say the best one is original sound. But here also I feel some of the frequencies are sort of muted, especially I would say on the higher tones, the treble tones, slightly muted. But again, I'm not expecting that much for this price point, because some of the even higher end TWS that cost almost 10,000 have that one lacking. So overall, I would say for the price, the sound quality is very good, and many of you will actually like it. It's not overly bassy or something. Let me just pause it. It just started playing. If I have to rate it, as I've told you, I would have rated this even higher. It's the only issues that I don't know why Oppo in their app didn't give a custom EQ, and I think so because of that the sound quality is slightly lacking to me in some of the frequencies. So here, if I have to rate just based on the sound quality of this one, that gets a solid 7.8 out of 10 to me. But again, if I have to give an overall rating of this TWS at the price point of about 3,500 or so, then I would say this did perform much better than what I originally thought, because the ANC quality was much better than what I expected, and also the microphone quality was good, the Bluetooth range was good. So overall, if I have to rate this out of 10, I would give it a very healthy rating of 8.25 out of 10. And if you're looking for a TWS at this price point and you want very good microphone quality and decent ANC guys, let's be realistic, you just can't compare it with premium TWSs. Those are on the next level. But at this price point, the ANC is also good. So overall, yes, I would say I can definitely recommend this Oppo Enco Air 2 Pro TWS. I hope you found this review helpful. And some of you were also asking me to compare this one with the Oppo Enco X2, which I had actually reviewed about last month. Guys, these are actually in the next segment, so you just simply cannot compare in every aspect. This one is better, but again, this cost almost thrice the amount of this one. Let's be practical about that. Anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.